Hey listeners, welcome to another edition of the Malcolm and Tatiana Show to have more laughs and hear about new talent. I'm your new host. I'm going to just start over. Hey listeners, welcome to another edition of the Malcolm and Tatiana Show to have more laughs and hear about new talent. I'm your host, everybody's brother man Malcolm. I'm joined by my co-host Tatiana.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right. We don't have any guests today, but we do have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we do. Especially on campus, we're wrapping up Comm Week right now. And it's been a crazy week, but I do want to say I'm a proud member of the Lambda Pi Eta Communications Honor Society.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, I'm getting like an arena echo in my headphones.
Me too. That's
and I just feel like right now that I'm Jor-El talking to Kal-El right now, like to myself. Go forth, Kal-El. You will become Superman. You will save them all. I'm not going to stop until the echo stops because it sounds too good.
It's like we're going to do like your movie voice intro.
You are the last son of Krypton. You are the last son of Krypton, Kal-El. Your mother and father, they put you in the tube. It's almost gone. I'm fading, Kal-El. But go forth. That is not an S on your chest. That is the symbol of hope for our people. Yes. Russell Crowe father and Pa Kent father. Two fathers. And now here we are. All right. Almost there.
Almost there.
Woo! Now I just feel like I'm at the Laugh Factory with the room so small. All right. That's good enough. Yeah, these 73 wins. TSU Comm Week.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant, 60 points in his final game of his career.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot to go over
Yeah, he had
today.
60 points in his last game.
He shot the most shots ever in his for a game in his career.
You know, which opened him up to all kind of jokes. People are like, the teammates, are excited to know what it feels like to finally touch the ball, and then they're like, nah, Kobe took the ball with them.
What I love was when he said, I got through 20 years of people saying, pass the ball, and in his final game, everyone was saying, don't pass the ball. He thought that was really funny.
Yeah, that is.
And that is funny. And when I saw how he was shooting that ball, like it was 2003, I said, golly, this dude, he's for real, man. He was just, y'all know that Kobe shot where you can stick all the hands in his face, wave him like you just don't care. He gonna just somehow know where the basket is and shoot it. He gonna flick that wrist. He gonna do that face, kick the foot. It's going in. It's going in. Like. It made me forget all about Steph Curry's flick of the wrist. Made me forget all about that.
I don't know about that.
I'm sorry. I just was just like,
but
look at this
I'm a
dude.
little biased though. I mean, I can't say that he's not a good player or something because of course he has the skill, but I'm just not a really big Kobe fan just for a few reasons.
Oh no, I understand. Yeah. And now for me, the hype got I agree with people who think the 82 game send off was way too much. That was way too much. Man, this is your opponent, man. Stop doing that. What are you doing? Having a celebration for this dude.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah, they needed to calm down just a little bit with that. But I always thought they needed to calm down as soon as people started with the Jordan comparisons and stuff like that.
Right.
So.
And I like you brought up the Jordan comparison because I got to say this. We all know Kobe is the closest thing to Jordan, and he's nowhere near Jordan.
Yes.
At the same time. Like, think about that.
And one thing I want to say is that, Jordan was known for making his teammates better and everyone worked together well, while Kobe was known for driving people away.
Absolutely.
So,
Stephen
A.
A.
lot about character.
He made a huge point about that, saying, just like you said, Michael made other people better and was able to hide their deficiencies, while Kobe, he spoke about that about Magic Johnson too. But Kobe, he's just gonna do everything he can, and it's, of course, it'll push people away, but that
problems
was
with coaches too, though.
Right?
Coaches and players.
Coaches, players, but I think Phil Jackson, that dude, he did something with one of the basketball guys, and I don't know how you end up with more rings than Bill Russell. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I know y'all are gonna jump on me for this too, but I still wouldn't want Kobe's arm around me or if I had a daughter because of that case.
No,
I mean,
we're on the
I know
same
everyone's
page.
like, no, he didn't. We don't know.
I always found that weird how they always want to bring up Michael Vick's dog stuff and all the time, man.
Yeah.
But they never talk about what Kobe did.
Yeah, they say,
man.
oh, he's such a phenomenal player. There's no way he could do it. Or he gets it thrown at him. There's no way. To me, that's more of a reason.
On top of that, it's like Michael Vick, the official story is that he wasn't even there when the dog fighting was going on. Mm-hmm. It was going on at his house, on his property. I get that. But he wasn't even there. That's terrible what's happening to the animals. But this dude...
yeah. That's serious, and we try to act like it didn't happen.
He said, if I could turn back the hands of time, and man, that's an admission of guilt, dude. Turn back the hands of time.
I mean, yeah, like when it comes to that, people act like it's impossible for someone just because he has groupies and all of that. But in a way, you got to look at it from the other perspective. It probably makes it harder if someone does. I'm just saying. I'm not saying he did it or didn't. We actually don't know, but it would probably think about it if he gets turned down. The ego check that it has to be on him, the anger that it could inflict, and then it makes him. I'm just saying that's a possible scenario.
I think part of him is just glad that happened when the country was really sleeping on that kind of issue a lot more than they do today.
Right.
Because today, oh man, it wouldn't play that at all. Yeah. He should be really grateful that his career lasted 20 years.
Yeah, extremely
Seriously,
grateful.
I was really. I was actually just surprised that his career survived that the way it did.
And like I said, that people still let them take pictures with their daughters and stuff like that. My dad was like, I want to put his arm around you. We don't know if he did it or not.
That goes back to winning, though.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, if that blinds people, it's kind of sad.
Like if Michael Vick had 2 Super Bowl rings, would they have got on him about the dogs like that? And I'm just saying.
You're right.
Kobe had already done the 3-peat, I believe.
Yes.
And this happened right after the 3-peat. His case came right after the 3-peat. And, are you really going to say anything about a dude who just 3-peated like he's Michael Jordan? Like, that's what people are thinking, I think, at the time.
Yeah, because I for sure would. But, his wife, just speaking on the subject, too, even if, say he didn't do it, then he's still a cheater, and she made herself look like she could be bought because there was that big publicized diamond bracelet.
Oh, there's a lot.
I was like, come on, like be a strong woman. Do not make yourself look like you can be bought. Like you get a bracelet.
There's a lot going on with that because she was 17, right, when
they got together.
Yeah, and I mean he was only like 20 or something, and he didn't go to college or nothing. So they're the same to me at. Being 2017, but they known each other since basically they were young.
Yeah.
And part of that is like I think you just feel like you feel obligated to a person being with them at that age or whatnot. And I think that has a lot to do with that stuff.
Yeah, I could definitely see that, but I'm just saying whoever was doing the publicity, I don't know if they did that on purpose for again, but it just definitely made it look like she could be bought.
Well, I think with PR, like, there's a lot of research that goes into that stuff. And they probably just did the research and said, Kobe, give her that bracelet, man. The survey says, you know what I mean? Like, they will forgive you, bro.
And the sad reality is most women, they know that when they go into marrying an athlete that they're going to deal with cheating and they don't care.
Well, some of them, there's that, and some of them say it won't happen to me. There's a lot of different mentalities that go on with that. It's a different world than what most of us are used to. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
But I want to talk about Golden State now. Since it's funny, like we're still talking about Michael Jordan. Like this dude, we still talk about Michael Jordan. We compare everything he's ever done to everybody from now to the end of basketball, probably. Right. Is he like Michael, though? Is he like Michael? The 73 and 9 compared to the 72 and 10. Okay, like what do you think? Is they just one more game? So is it automatically better, or it was the 90s and there was so many greats? D-Head, what do you think, man?
Look, okay. First of all, yes, Steph Curry, he's a phenomenal player. Give you that, but he nowhere near had to go through what Jordan went through. Period. Like,
right. And I agree with you on that.
Like the caliber of players, it's not the same.
I agree with you.
It's nowhere near the same.
I completely agree.
I mean, anybody that says otherwise, I don't know.
And really, people say the games evolve, And I don't know what I think about that. It's just, I think Shaquille O'Neal did something to the NBA. I just think he was so unstoppable that the league reacted by just coming up with these specialists who just did one thing to just offset what Shaquille was doing, because Shaquille could do everything.
Yeah, when he
because Shaquille could do everything except free throws. My man,
my man got better with them free throws.
He did. He worked on it. He did.
Shaq's the only dude. Okay, you had to foul him. Like, that's what people today, they laugh about Howard and DeAndre Jordan. Nah. You had to foul Shaquille O'Neal. Like, this dude was gonna get 45.
He was way better than Howard. Let's not even make that comparison.
Oh, man.
Hands down.
Yo,
Hands down.
It ain't even the same. Like, it ain't even the same. That, to me, Howard, once again, he's a reaction to Shaq. Okay, we just want a dude who can jump high and scoop a rebound because Shaq's going to get all of them. We want a guy who can just harass a Shaquille O'Neal type player. Like, that's really what happened. And Dwight Howard, dude, 18 and 10. Stop. I mean, 30 and 15, please. You're a center.
I mean, Shaq
same move every time.
Who he had to go? David Robinson, Tim Duncan.
David Robinson.
Oh, Robinson. That's when I was a Spurs fan. When y'all were talking about the Spurs, that's when I liked the Spurs. When Robinson was on. Okay, when we were talking about that, that's when I was a fan.
And I was saying, like, Curry his 73 and 9. To me, the only people that can really give him a problem are LeBron James and Greg Popovich. Okay, that's it. 2 guys, and one of them doesn't even play the game.
Right, I was just going to say, yeah. So that, his greatest, and look, Luke Walton, son of Bill Walton, the basketball player, he was the coach of this team for a huge stretch of the time, and they were winning how many? I mean, they won 20. They won their first 25 games or whatever, and that was without Steve Kerr. So. It's like they didn't even need their coach. Come on, y'all. They didn't even need their coach, man. You had Luke Walton, who can still play the game today. You basically had a player running this team. Like, come on, man. And he's not Bill Russell. No offense, absolutely not. But this is not the Bill Russell kind of situation, player coach kind of thing. This is just a fill-in for a fill-in.
And a fill-in.
For a fill-in, yeah.
But speaking on, when we were talking about MJ and how everybody makes the comparison to him, what do you think? This is where it becomes interesting. What makes someone the best player? Are we going by rings? Are we going by their shooting record? Because if you do all of that, I forget what class I was in. I was talking to, but when you talk about if it was just rings, it can go so many different ways. But then if you start going at all these other statistics, arguably Kareem Abdul-Jabbar could be he could be labeled as the best. So it goes by what makes the best player to you. What do you think makes Michael so?
Well, part of it is who you play with. Okay. That really helps shape your career. All right, so I want to go back to Kareem.
Okay.
He's the leading all-time scorer. Who did he play with? Magic Johnson. This dude's assist numbers.
It's magic,
don't even.
Baby.
I will start talking in tongues, trying to think about this dude's assist numbers. That's 6'9".
Yeah.
Okay, like he it might be Karl Malone. He's second, I believe. He might. And who did he play with? John Stockton, another assist fool. So it's like who you play with has a lot to do with shaping your career.
Okay.
And so that has that's not always in your control. So let's go back. Let's look at Shaq.
Okay.
I think Shaq is. I just think the world of Shaq, man. Just seeing how he played and seeing how he dominated, and the whole Superman thing. I was caught up in that. Man, the Steel. I was caught up in all of it. Yeah. I was caught up. I was a kid. I was 7. I thought he was Superman.
Yeah.
And seeing him with Penny Hardaway, and seeing that Magic team, and seeing those young guys, they couldn't win a championship. Seeing how good they were, that's just crazy. If you remember and actually doing the 30 for 30, this Magic moment, that's coming up on ESPN. And it'll talk more about those young Magic and how they just, I guess it'll go into how they couldn't break through and how they were so good. And I think people forget how good they were. But everyone talks about Shaq and Kobe, but Shaq and Penny, Shaq and Penny was, that was the first box office right there. That show of those young dudes.
But I mean, then